Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is January 4th, 2023. It is day number 488 in this research project. If you're not familiar with it, there is actually a page on American Way Media. You can find it by searching for Google Index Detector. And about halfway down, you'll see a link to the frequently asked questions page. So if you want to get any background on what this is about, but primarily I'm testing new content indexation. How long does it take? What does it look like? What does it look like when it stops? It seems to be the theme now. Just real quick, forensic SEO training starts on January 19th. For details, go to forensicseotraining.com. And I am going to keep asking that either this starts happening, is that you start leaving comments. Your one thing does two things. It tells YouTube that you like this content, so their algorithm kicks in, and this information has a chance to reach people who don't already know about this project without you having to lift maybe a few fingers, but just sending a comment. And the second thing that it does is it tells me that you like this content. This is a labor of love. It informs my forensic assessments as well as my daily SEO efforts, implementations. So if you like this content, do something simple. Say yes. Just leave that in a comment. Send me the high school combination to your locker. I don't care, but just actually show some action here. If you have a question or you want to share what you're seeing, fine. Just otherwise, if I don't see it after a while, I'm probably going to stop doing this publicly. Now, this week I made some updates to the project. There are two test sites. Let me just slowly scroll so you can see. I'm tracking two test sites as to what's happening with the simple indexing, what we can see on the page, the JavaScript rendering, once it goes through its second pass to render all the content so Google can see our full pages and create protocol buffers. And then I'm also checking in the server logs to see, are we getting rendering mobile bots? Those are the ones that take in new content. Now they are both set up with the Google Indexing API. It's still 5 tests a week, but mobile will get Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the desktop primary will get Tuesday, Thursday. Just to give you a hint, the most recent data from the mobile crawler website, now I'll show you what this means, that when you're in Search Console and you look at the indexing portion on the left-hand side, it will show you your full screen, and what you'll see over here is it will tell you what it's designated as, with its primary desktop or primary smartphone or mobile. All right, so I'm not describing something that you can't go and find out for yourself for your own site. Now, like I said, the most recent data from the mobile crawler website was 10 to 14 days from launch to being served was how long it took in December. Now that's up to 2 weeks. So again, here you're looking at the quick summary. You're going to be looking at, this comes from the research data log, which I will show you here in just a sec, and the server logs. And again, it's just really to give you these squares here tells you what it's like today. And below here, this text is really just to give you some context. So it's not looking like there's a lot of taking in new content. You're probably seeing maybe a lot of your existing content suddenly jump up or down without you having touched it in weeks, maybe months. And yeah, we're all seeing that. Now, the one thing that has changed, let me scroll back up, that since Monday, December 12th, the normal Google Indexing API bot behavior has changed. and it no longer comes at the time of publishing. And this is true on the new site. That is, the primary crawler is mobile. The bot does not come when called, but it does come eventually, and it gets crawled, and then it will go through a second pass where the JavaScript is rendered, and then served, meaning findable by its keywords. But it's taking a long time, at least in December, so we'll see how January performs. Now, the bots are coming, but they're not always rendering content, which is why I added this third piece in here. Let's see. Now, let me go to the data log. All right, this is the data log. Today was a test on the primary mobile crawler, and you can see down in here, when it's published and the request time where it went through the API. And Monday's test page got a visit. Not exactly on the second, but this is what I'm talking about. It's a very sluggish system right now. Also want to let you know that last night we had in the Search Console, those images that I showed you here. Where is it? Shoot. Where it tells you if you're mobile or desktop, it gives you a date. And all of our sites update at the same time. So when you go in and look at yours, it's going to tell you, and if you have access to this information, it's going to tell you that the coverage was updated to January 2nd. And interestingly enough, it looks like the sitemaps, or at least the ones I have access to, were read as well on the 2nd. So we might be in for a situation where they're going to take January and just completely recrawl everything. There's some speculation. Is it a question of, have they updated the link graph, cleaned it up, and then they're rescoring everything accordingly? That might have been what what they call link spam, maybe. Who knows? Because can't really tell. All right. So, like a lot of you, you might be being asked, like, why did things change in December? Some are seeing a drop in their rank tracking, and I spent an hour yesterday looking at a situation on a templated site, lots of pages, for a brand new location that were previously indexed and findable by their keywords. It's literally like they were mopped out of the index between December 6th and December 12th. And a lot of these pages were less than 2 months old. So it might have been a combination of issues, but I just bring it up because it's definitely a feature in December. So you might, if you want to be proactive, kind of look at your stuff, and if you're concerned you're going to get a call from your client, I'd go ahead and reach out to them and just let them know December was just insane. Thank you to everybody who has filled out the Confessions of an SEO survey. It's 2 minutes. I'm going to keep it, it takes 2 minutes to fill out. I'm keeping it open until the end of the month. And every Friday at 8 o'clock, there's a new episode that comes out, and I'm seriously looking at ways to interview business owners on their experiences when they're approached by us as SEOs. What do they like? What turns them off? What are they thinking? What are their beliefs about SEO and those that provide it? I think, we shoot in the dark all the time. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow.